culture. In Benin, I'm sure you are, like you said, you are in the Omo culture. We have our culture here, where you mentioned the Iyaloja. The Iyaloja means this is a bit alien to me, I must say. It's a bit alien to us here in Benin.
Here in Benin, they are independent in the particular markets, like urban markets, Ogisu, and Badun, and all. They select their leaders from within them, those who are traders there. They play more than the role of just coordinating. They are setting strides.
This week, we're hosting a free...
Sorry, guys, commercial.
Inhabited in all the markets. They play the setting rules on behalf of the palace. So after selection, they bring forth that person that is now their head to the palace for confirmation. So when the palace is going to pass it to be there, it is that year in that particular market that the palace sends such messages to, and they play that role, simplicity. The novelty of general year is alien to Benin, custom and tradition. We just believe that it's a social, maybe it's a social cultural thing, because we like having associations like you have other clubs. But it does not, it's not in our culture to have a general year. But recently we'll be hearing about that. But like let me say for emphasis that Iyeki is particular to each market. No one has right to control the other fellow in another market. For example, the Iyeki in market has nothing to do with Iyeki in Agbado. The one in Agbado has no role to play in the Kyosa, and so on and so forth.
Mrs. Josephine Ewuate has been inaugurated as Iyeki of Market Women in Edo State by the Iyaloja-General of Nigeria, Chief Mrs. Folashade Tinubu in a ceremony held at the Festival Hall of the Government House. BCV News Freeman also reports that the ceremony was attended by Governor Monday Okwebelu, who was represented by the Coordinator Office of the First Lady, Mrs. Edesili Okwebelu Anani.
Wow. It's not too early. It's too early now. It doesn't look right. It doesn't sit right. And for all of the support that you have gotten from the palace, this is a stab in the back, and this looks like an utter betrayal. At least, since the Oba had reservations about the constitution and the inauguration of an Iyaloja-General, of course, which is just a connotation, the idea for Folashade Tinubu and the Tinubu dynasty is an Iyaloja, and that's an infiltration of our customs and traditions and even our language, right? I was having a conversation with somebody yesterday, and I said the early men in Benin, though very civilized, probably do not understand territorial dominance and kingdom expansion. If not, the Benin language would not be resident in just one state, as it were, at the moment. We would have a lot of go and read the Benin history. And
hey,
this is not just
welcome, Natu. Good to see you, sis.
History, you know that a lot of clans.
Thank you for stopping by.
Where
as soon as they enter, make una dey double tap to like.
Of course, we were very comfortable.
Thank you.
To be even to the point that the Edo state that we are, other people that went to settle down from Benin, all of them had various varying language, customs, and tradition. Now, in the 21st century, to allow another language to be infiltrating us because of politics, something that we should worry, and that is even by the side. The fact that the Oba had reservations, and this is with respect to everybody, had reservations about the constitution and inauguration of an. And in case you did not hear him well, he called a chief to say, explain it further, at least. with English, in case there is too much Benin. Oba I talk by clinic, good speaker and with oratory praise. But the chief went on to explain, putting the mic closer to his mouth. Yet, the governor allowed the inauguration of an Iyaloja-General. This betrayal is not too early. It's not right now. It's not right. You know the way the Yorubas, with due respect to them, hold their cultures and tradition very, very closely. You at least would have suspended that event for once and then do all of the anything you want to do. He said that the Iyeki's title is peculiar to market, and the market people are the one that chooses their Iyeki. Now, what did they happen? Said, if I keep quiet, it will be too much of politics, right? And I'm not happy about this. I'm not happy. And any Benin man that sees this and is happy, go and check your head. We have too many things. We are grappling too many things at the moment. Too many things. All of this nonsense happening around. Of course, we should be worried. Politics have infiltrated everywhere. No respect, no order. Everybody What did happen? Say the other governor, Uhudan, okay, you went beyond your. What did they do now? What did they happen? If people like say my life, but another can say no. This is because of the institution. For some of us, no matter our reservations about certain things, we say the present Oba will come and go. So this is an institution that we have to protect. And by that, okay, no, certain things cannot continue to happen. See this one now. See you now, just you never reach 1 year for office. You can no longer separate politics from institutional from traditional institution. They told you heard that the Oba has reservations. And even if he was being careful, he didn't want to sound as if he was, because of course, it's a constitutional democracy and a lot of things are now put in place by law and by legislation. And then for that reason, people also have rights, certain ways. So for that reason, but if the Oba says I have reservation, as a man, a governor that is reputed to be a son of the palace, that is not an Oba.
Welcome,
Michael. What his son should do. That was the expected. That was the expectations. See the way I fall down, so I fall down because Okpa won't see my brother and sisters. I'm not joking. As I'm shocked, I didn't expect this to be a news item. To hear now that it was not being reported. Forget about what BTV is doing, of course. That's an APC social media television. And they had to. Of course, if you check the books of Folashade now, Iyaloja-General, they call the woman. Let's. I'm big. But this is too early. It's too early to be comforting.
I'm telling you, Michael.
It's too early.
God, I beg. Okay, so I have another one that I want to play with you guys. For some reason, I don't know, I don't know anything happened. Oh, my Twitter password. I don't remember. I don't know. I've tried. I couldn't go in. But anyways, let me just mute this for now and close this out. So, guys, I'm just gonna show you guys this video here. Okay, hold on a second.
Name na Madam Folashade Tinubu.
Let's start this.
This woman here name na Madam Folashade Tinubu Ojo. Now President Tinubu first daughter. Yes. She be the head of all market women for Nigeria. And she put herself in that position because her papa na president, so she get the right to do one. So now she be the head of all market women for the whole of Nigeria. So now they do election for different states to put people for the head of market for every state. So yesterday she can't come Benin because according to them today they want to put head of market women for those states. They want to inaugurate her today. So as a company, he and Governor Beverly's wife come and some other market women and the head of market woman went there for Benin. In all of the Ghana go, they can't go palace, go see the Omonoba Nedu. Omonoba Nedu not do what talk where he said. So they can't go palace. As they go palace, they come tell our Baba say, the reason why they come Benin because they want to install the new Iyaloja and not good say they will Benin, they don't come palace, so they need to come palace. Has it finished now?
Oh, you almost did. You first send that to me. Oh, I don't know. I just.
Iyaloja is alien to us. Not because of say because we don't get anything like Iyaloja for Benin at all. What waiting be Iyaloja? Now they come to say okay, Iyaloja meaning Iyeki. Our own Iyeki for here, they different for because our Iyeki not be political thing. They not they do and the one that they do and so they not they inaugurate because our Iyeki they work with palace. So our tried to explain, but he just paused and he said his chief, one of his chiefs, to explain to her. He asked her, "Do you know the meaning of Iyeki in Benin?" She nodded like this. Because you see these people, and so they take the penetrate person, culture and tradition. All these if said people, yes, they will start now. Before you know, they come, they put the word Iyaloja for Benin. Before you know, Iyeki, Iyeki, I to adhere equate Iyaloja. No, it will not work. It will not work, Madam Flashade, because you guys are trying to turn our history upside down. You guys have been doing it, and you are doing it again now. So now they say the woman not here like a biko, saying no Iyeki. Okay. Now our papa
Yeah.
make one
No,
of the
no,
chief explain
wala.
to her.
Just send that to me anytime. Yeah,
Not be
thank
person
you.
understand that Iyeki well. Now the chief can't get up, come to say our gallant chief. Come to say Iyeki for Benin Kingdom. Not be person they choose them, and the market women themselves, and they choose who will be their head. And they get things that they do for that market. They say they work hand in hand with the palace. Some sacred things, some traditional things where Iyeki they do. If you not be traditional person, you not feel be Iyeki for Benin, not possible because you not feel be Apostle Josephine. May you come be Iyeki, you not possible because within the tradition is tradition. So the chief can explain say for Benin Kingdom, Iyeki, now each market now they get Iyeki. And the Iyeki where go there Oba market, not get right over the Iyeki where they Okiso market. The one where they Okiso market, so they call about the market now. You not get any right over the one where they Satana market. No Satana market not get right over the one where they Kyosa. Kyosa will not get right over the one where they Bobai market. The market, you not get right. The only they not get right over New Benin market. Everybody get their jurisdiction and their office. Everybody hold their markets. So they will not get general one say one person can control the markets. And need working some what are all those dates with this market? We say the Iyeki now they make sure everything they okay. So that Iyeki now come around everywhere. Now Baba said, now the chief said for Benin Kingdom, such things not they exist. As Iyaloja, it is alien to us. We don't know it, and we don't want to know it. All we know is Iyeki. You guys can't keep spoiling our history and our tradition, trying to turn it around because of your own sake. I don't understand you people. Now they impose something on person. Is that why people voted for Tinubu? Is this what you guys want? She go tell partner, go tell Papa say na so they reject her for Benin. They say they don't want Iyaloja. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. We don't want Iyaloja in Benin. What we have in Benin is Iyeki. I don't understand these people. What is soon now? What can happen?
Welcome, Kele.
Tinubu.
Guys, please continue to like. Oh, I beg, double tap the screen to like.
I don't understand this your automatic head of Iyeki, Iyaloja of all Nigeria. You're about to be president. That are not there enough. You not gonna find work, madam.
I tell ya.
Must you be the head of market women? I don't get it. This money, you know, they're too much for now. Is it? I don't get it. The way African people, God, I agree there. I'm not going to talk with you, I'm not supposed to talk, but that Iyaloja will not work in Benin. If you know you want to be Iyeki, they go choose you. Now the market women go choose you. Once they choose you finish, they'll carry you go palace. Yes. Palace will come know you. Things the way you want to run for palace, you'll the runner for palace there. Because in Benin, markets are very, very sacred. Market not be, it is more. There is more to it than you think. So that's why I say, happy new month to everybody. I wish you guys a blessed month of October. May this month favor all of us. Amen.
We have our culture here. I have discussed this issue, this matter of Iyeki with my chief. Those that are knowledgeable, even maybe more than myself, I don't know, maybe any one of them, about special relationship with the palace. Are you aware of that? Are you aware of that?
Yes, sir.
Do you know too that every year he has role they play inside the market? Cultural, they have to perform inside every market. I want to call upon, please, I want to call upon some of the chiefs here to that wish to, they have requested that they want to hear their views so that you can all be well educated, enlightened about the Iyeki as we know it in the culture of Benin. Nobody knows what that's right.
Iyeki and Benin, they are independent in the particular markets, like urban markets, Ogisu, and Badun, and all. They select their leaders from within them, those who are traders there. They play more than the role of just coordinating. There are certain shrines inhabited in all the markets. They play certain roles on behalf of the palace. So after selection, they bring forth that person that is now their head to the palace for permission. So when the palace is to be there, it is that Iyeki in that particular market that the palace sends such message.
Welcome, Mr. Larry. Good evening, sir.
The novelty of General Iyeki is alien custom and tradition. I just believe that it's a social, maybe it's a social cultural thing, just like having associations, like you have other clubs, but it's not in our culture to have the General Iyeki, but recently we've been hearing about that. But like, let me say, for emphasis that Iyeki is particular to each market. No one has right to control the land in another market. For example, the Iyeki in the market has nothing to do with Iyeki in Abadu. The one in Abadu has no role to play in the Kyosa, and so on and so forth.
Okay, so you guys see it, right? Now,
Breaking news, my people. Not be only me one will hear this one. So I just got to find out that Dennis Idaosa, our deputy governor, those state deputy governor.
never mind.
This
That's
woman,
not
name
it.
na Madam Folashade.
Sorry, guys. So
However, APC will not win Kwara.
oh my goodness. Welcome, Keneo. I greet you specially. So the Iyaloja went ahead and positioned somebody. Let me find the information for you guys. Sorry, man. I don't know. This Twitter when I not fit enter, man. Oh, mess me up. I know this. I don't know. Let me find it. Okay. Let's see. Okay. I'm looking for the specific video installed. The okay, well, let me just play this video. This is what I have for now. I can't find this. Ah, man. Kini mess. Oh, they mess me up, Lenny. Sha. Mona no verse. Mona wait, I beg. Hold on one second. So people are protesting already. The women are protesting.
However, they challenged her authority, insisting that she's not officially recognized.
We are controlled by our own Iyeki, not Iyaloja. We don't have anything to do with Iyaloja. Pastor Josephine has collected 1.5 from every market leader, telling them that they want to install them. Folashade father cannot be the president. She will come and be the president of the market women. It's not done. We don't want it.
The guy waiting pikin dey carry where you go fit carry. This one no, she not go fit carry am. Because we got constitution.
Market women not be politician. We not be politician.
We come be say a politician. That they change a order. Let me buy back there.
The thing where they happen now, not be so it for be. It cannot hold.
The protesters marched in unity to the Nigerian Union of Journalists (NUJ) Secretariat, the Edo State Government House, and the Palace of the Oba of Benin to express their grievances.
If a woman
Okay,
knows how to talk to
so that's I'm going to try and find that video where what's it called? They did a video. They installed, this woman went ahead and installed what's it called, a pastor. Apparently she's a pastor, Pastor Josephine Ewuate. Ewuate. For the life of me, I'm struggling. Please double tap to like, as Iyeki in Benin City says Iyaloja. I don't understand. For me, it is the utter disrespect. It is the utter disrespect. You can have your differences with the way things are done in Benin, even among we those it's not everything we agree to, right? Now, everybody needs to understand where respect starts and where it ends. You go to the Oba's palace, he tells you, we do not recognize. You want to impose an Iyaloja. This Iyaloja thing is a Yoruba thing. You've been kicking out Igbos, driving them out, saying they are coming to take over, they are coming to do this, but you want to come and impose your own on other people. Make it make sense. First of all, you go to the palace, the Oba tells you, even gets his chief to break it down into small, in the way that you can understand, to make you understand that the Benins do not recognize an Iyaloja. What they recognize is Iyeki. You now go, accompanied by the governor, by Oshomole's son, who is the commissioner, or minister for health, or whatever they call him. You people now go and install a pastor from within Edo State, but not Benin. Make it make sense. Tell me why they will not feel disrespected. Tell me why. Because every region in Edo State has their market days and how they run their markets. Every region within Edo State has a way they run their market. Every region is different in the way they run their market. You go ahead and you continue. You know, the people, even the woman that accepted to be the Iyaloja, to be named Iyaloja, the women that accompanied them, all of them were very disrespectful. Once the Oba speaks, you halt it. It is his kingdom. You halt. You say, okay. You wash your hands off and say, you know what? It is not recognized in Benin. Therefore, in good conscience, I don't care how much you were paid. Because money don't enter politics now. People know they know the right thing to do anymore. People know they know the right thing to do anymore. Money don't enter now. Money don't blind people for eye, nose, everywhere. They don't know the right thing to do anymore. Do you understand? You immediately wash your hands and say, out of respect, I cannot be a part of this, because the Oba has said it is not recognized, and so shall it be. You wait. You wait to hear further instructions on how to move. No. Instead, you allow yourself to be used as a scapegoat. You accept the position of Iyaloja. How do you expect the Benins to feel? How do you expect the Benins to feel? This is the problem. When you impose a D7 on an entire state, the APC people are the ones that impose this D7. The people did not vote for the man. Matter of fact, I heard he bought the election with 10 million. He bought the court case with 10 million. He bribed the judges to give him to provide the verdict on his behalf for his own good, for it to be positive for him. He paid 10 million for it. The man does not even know how to read numbers. This is the problem. Where you have to stand for the truth and you're not standing for the truth, this is what happens. You see how it is eroding? Now, what this woman wants to do now, he will impose an Iyaloja for politics. So, it's all for politics. Okay? He imposed an Iyaloja very soon, just like that lady said in the video. They will now start saying is an Iyaloja in an Edo state. I mean, make it make sense. If Edo people accept this, then I don't know what to say. If you Edo people accept this is a slap in your faces. If you accept it, if you fold your hand and allow this fly, I don't know what to tell you. The obas that were there before, will this woman dare what she's doing with those obas? Will she dare it? Does she know what she's trying to do? One of the market women said that this market thing that she's trying to do, this Iyeki or what Iyaloja she wants to do, Abi Iyaloja, it is bigger than her. Maybe now this one, maybe now with this Edo thing, they go take understand, say power pass power. Because I don't know what else to say. My own be say if Edo people keep quiet. Because the Edo people when me know, they know they like unfairness. Yes, we dey fight amongst ourselves. We know they agree. Yes. But unfairness, they not like them. If they accept this insult, like or not like, any type of traditional leader, I've called out traditional leaders here every once in a while, right? But you cannot go to a kingdom and disrespect it. You cannot go to a state, to a people, to a tribe and disrespect them. It's like throwing sand on their faces. And the women who agreed to be used, those people ought not to go unpunished. Because once the Oba of Benin has spoken, he has spoken for his community, you don't have any business going forward with accepting to become an Iyaloja. Are you Yoruba? You are not Yoruba. Yoruba people are here crying, oh, Igbo people want to take over our land. They want to take over, but they want to come and impose an Iyaloja. Meanwhile, they're the ones that impose D7 on you. They are the ones that impose. It is the same APC goons that imposed D7 on you. Edo people did not do anything. Look at a state that is full of educated people, highly educated, intelligent. You have professors, you have doctors, you have all manner of careers. You people allow the dummy to lead you. This is what you get. Where everybody's supposed to stand for the truth and say, no, we reject this. Where the traditional leaders are supposed to say, no, we reject this because these people have not accepted him. But they kept quiet. And some said the ancestors accepted him. This is this problem. This is it. This is what we have invited. This is what we have invited. How can your father is president, you want to come a territory that does not belong to you, you want to impose your own in your own language, make it make sense. This is very painful. I feel very bad because if somebody does it in my own community, I will be very upset, just as I am right now. I do not like injustice. I hate unfairness. You go to somebody's house, the person tell you, say, I don't want you to wear shoes and walk all over my carpet. You say, because my father is the head of this whole community, I can walk. I mean, where does it make sense? Edo people, now, no, as una go take handle this one. If you not like, make una fold hand, let these people walk all over you. If you people like, let una know as Edo they roll, una know. If una like, make una allow this woman come, insult una, impose an Iyaloja. Hey, God, I beg. A Yoruba name. a Yoruba title in Benin and Edo. Are you people okay? Okay. Now here we did. I'm trying to look for the video where the woman they give speech. I think I even saved this. Let me even see. Why am I even stressing myself? Let me see. This thing pay me, I no go lie you. I'm offended, highly offended by it. I'm very offended. Okay, there we go. I found it. Hold on 1 second. Eh? Imagine it was an Igbo woman they are trying to impose on the market in Lagos. All the demolishing when they demolish. Yoruba people have been everywhere shouting, gaslighting. You now go to Edo State, you want to impose your own Iyaloja in your own language on another community. Edo people for now quiet. I play this video. See, now the woman be this, so now be this.
The program saw the convergence of leaders across the 152 markets of the 3 senatorial districts and other stakeholders. For the state governor,
I'm telling you not to.
another milestone signifying a new phase in market administration has
Jamie.
commenced. Represented by the coordinator, Office of Edo First Lady, Edesi Ogbabulu Anani, market women were assured of continuous support, including enabling environment for their businesses to thrive.
This noble initiative is
See
designed
there.
to foster unity,
Can you imagine?
peace, and progress in our marketplaces,
Eh?
while embodying the spirit of oneness and harmony that the Edo State continues to enjoy. Under distinguished leadership of our governor, His Excellency, Senator Monday Okpebulu, aka Apapo Mesa. Our vision is to build thriving marketplaces where traders can operate in an atmosphere of peace, fairness, mutual support. We aim to provide the necessary resources and encouragement to enable both men and women in our marketplaces to succeed.
The Iyaloja-General of Nigeria, Folashade Tinubu Ojo, enjoined the inaugurated market leaders to work in tandem with the motto of unity and progressive disposition.
Our position is monarchical by nature. When you become a market leader, it's a lifetime position, except there is a gross misconduct.
Josephine Ewuate is the head of the Edo market leaders.
When nobody else came out to indicate interest, the man to follow me.
The man to follow me. Now the woman be this.
Market structure, position that market is a life position. You did not unseat anybody.
The Iyaloja-General Folashade Tinubu Ojo, accompanied by the coordinator, Office of Edo First Lady, Edesi Ogbabulu Anani, and the market leaders later visited the palace of the Oba of Benin, where they were received by the monarch, His Royal Majesty Oba Ewuate II. During the visit, Oba Ewuate II prayed and extended his good wishes to Folashade, but clarified that Iyaloja-General, also known as Iyake-General nomenclature, is alien to Benin tradition.
Exactly.
Given a brief historical account of how market structures operate in Benin and the priceless sacrifices of prominent past Benin queens Idia and Idenokbohu. In Benin Kingdom, Oba Ewuate extolled the virtues of women and highlighted the implications of undermining traditional roles in markets in Edo, which he explained does not discriminate against people irrespective of their political affiliation.
Every year they have role they play.
Exactly. Eh?
Juliet Samuel are saying, EBS News.
It's very, very annoying. And honestly, this whole thing upset me greatly. I was very upset when I saw this. Me, I don't like injustice. I don't like people treating people unfairly. I don't like people who cannot speak for the truth and stand for the truth. I cannot stand injustice. What is fair is fair. You go to a person's house, you respect them. How can you go to another person's community? You are not from there. You do not come from there. You come and you want to impose your rules in somebody else's house. And make it make sense. Make it make sense. Not now the truth me I go always stand for. I don't care whose horse is God. But you see what this Iyaloja did is absolutely wrong. And every Edo person, you don't have to be from Benin, must stand against it, because na clap they take the enter dance. When you turn if you turn your face where they are doing evil to somebody else, when it will come knocking on your door, you will not know. Benin is not the only place within Edo State. There's so many other communities that have their own ways of doing things. By the time they're able to penetrate and enter Benin, before you know what's happening, they will now tell you, oh, they want to change. God forbid. They will now infiltrate the monarch. Then before you know what's happening, trust Tinubu and his greed and evil mindedness. He will now say he wants to position another person as the hey, you people don't know. This is fire people are playing with. A monarch that's been standing for how many centuries? You now want to come and infiltrate using market women. And then before you know what's happening, the way they impose their monarchs in Yoruba land, where it is somebody who has money, they'll just call them and put them there. No lineage, nothing. They just position them there. Is that what we want to be seeing in Edo State? Now, question I ask, so I no kukuma belong to, I not be a member of the palace. Make Edo people know wetin that they do. Nobody should be quiet about this. Nobody should be quiet. The biggest mistake we made as Edo people is keep quiet and allow a dullard take over the reins of power in Edo State. Look at him walking inside gutter to make you think that he's working. Meanwhile, he's not doing anything. 250 million unaccounted for. He claims that he's using it to bring investment, audio investment, nothing. Phone number is going to somebody that they don't even know. The person lives in one village in Yoruba land. We better wake up as Edo people. Look at the mess that's going on. Is this what you people want to be dealing with? With this man still the president and wanting to take over everywhere? Is that what you want to spread his tentacles everywhere? Iyaloja of Benin must be rejected vehemently. Vehemently. And that governor should be warned. What the heck? Where is Oshomole? Oshomole that was doing Oba Atokpe, Oba, where is he? He's the one that he's one of the people that went to be begging behind the scenes to make D7 because they know he's dumb. So they can use him. The man that cannot even read numbers. All those money now, Oshomole pocket they go. They share them. May we know what they do for Edo State. Oh, there's too much going on in Nigeria for us to allow that. If the whole country breaks up, where do you want to go? Where you have an Iyaloja, before you know it happen, they don't infiltrate everywhere. Mama will not take this thing play. Oh, this is serious. Now where truth dey now stand. I do not have to agree in totality. I have my issues with traditional offices in Nigeria because I feel like they should be doing more for the people. That is put aside. I must speak what I know is the truth. Tinubu's daughter should sit her ass in her father's compound and be doing Iyaloja. We do not have that in Edo State. It should not start anywhere. We should not yield an inch in Edo State to these people. They've done enough. Your governor is the dullest in Nigeria, the most inefficient, the most ineffective, does not do jack. When people were by the new room, he was the first to run to Kano. He speaks Hausa. Do you know how he went to go and learn? Do you know the circumstances surrounding him growing up in Kano and speaking Hausa? He has more affiliation with the North than you that is in Edo State. May we dey play. If una like as Edo people, make una fold hand dey look. And Yellow, welcome. You say Tinubu stole mandate for governor and give it to Oba, and now Tinubu wants to take his Iyaloja to Josephine. What is wrong with this? Well, my brother, what is fair is fair. For me, I don't know about that. I've had my issues about this whole Edo State election, but I'm putting that aside and standing for the fact that a people's culture are a people's culture. A people's way of doing market is a people's way of doing market. If they have said the Oba has opened his mouth, if he hadn't said anything, I will not be here saying anything. I'll just watch it unfold. But he has come out and he has spoken against it. And he has said, he does not recognize. Iyaloja is not a position that is recognized in Benin. I have to respect that. I have my own community. We have our own market days. I will not like any foreigner to come and impose on those market women. I will not. I will not be happy about it. When they were doing the election and people were pushing for they had zoning and they were pushing against zoning, I stood up. I said, hell no. Agreement is agreement. It is the time for this other person to rule. Simple. You know how many people are within Edo State that has not tasted governorship in the state? I'm putting all of that aside. This is why I said we must always stand for the truth at all times. If things were done properly and the right person was allowed to come in and people stood against it, we will not be where we are. If the Oba had kicked against, you know what, the people did not support Okpebolo. Every other person kicked against it, we will not be where we are. But here we are today. This is why the truth is always stand for the truth. Stand for what is right, regardless of whose horse is God. Look at what is happening now. I hear people calling, he's Monday Okpebolo. He's not. Well, people went behind the scenes to go and beg for him to be put there so that he can be used. The same people now are crying. Regardless of that, I have to speak what I know is fair. I'm not going to allow it in my community. No. We have our market days. They know as they do their market. Not come infiltrate. What be Iyaloja? What does that mean? Keep it in your Yoruba state. Keep it there. When you give these people an inch, they will take over. Welcome, Olatubonsun. Natu, Omoye, you know I was saying, like those Fulani people in Benin, very soon we'll go here and Fulani from... I'm telling you, this is how it starts. Is this not the same tactic that they're trying to use? Is this not a Yoruba person now? If I call and I go, I say I dey hurt people's feelings. But this is the truth, is right in your face. What is business does a Yoruba person have in Benin? What business do you have? The leader of the place has said, we do not recognize that. What are you doing there? What are you doing there? Utter disrespect and a slap in the face. If Edo people remain silent, whatever you see, you take. Because where does it end? It starts with Benin. You think it's going to end there? You are joking. You are joking. It doesn't end there. If they can infiltrate Benin and you fold your hand because you are angry or because you feel like, oh, well, you know, they were silent when this. Guess what? When it shows up in front of your house, you will have nothing to say. You will not go see mouth take talk. This is why you stand against evil. This is the reason why you stand against evil. Not because you love a person or this person is your friend or this person is your brother. Stand for the truth at all times. When that election was going on, if people had stood up and said, no, it is the turn of these people, we are backing these people. And the election came, people say, no, we must insist on the person that the people chose to be governor. We will not be where we are. But some people whose names I'm not going to mention, they know themselves. If you know, you know, went behind to meet Tinubu. We know these things. To beg, go and kneel down and beg and say, hey, let make this man governor so that we too we can be political. Okay, so that we can be negotiating investors to come to the state. And this is what happened. Your governor cannot even read numbers. He cannot read million. He cannot read trillion. He cannot. Do you understand? They went, imposed him. Look at it now. He's maneuvered. Someone that Tinubu is controlling. He's like the kitchen house boy. He's like the outside nigger. Sorry for that word. It's like the outside house boy. You understand what I'm saying? Whether they send message, he doesn't have a say of his own. He have the more than half the time he's in Abuja. He's in Abuja. They're controlling him, telling him what to do. Oshomole is there pushing him. The money go come, they go share and shra. Share them amongst them. Say, look at where we are. This is where at every point in time, always stand up for the truth. Stand by your word. Stand for the truth. Iyaloja is not an Edo word. We don't have it in Edo. They should pack it up and go to Yoruba land. They are afraid that the Igbos want to take over. Isn't that what they have been crying? What are you now doing in other people's states, wanting to impose your Iyaloja? Make it make sense. Edo people, more than not keep quiet. Oh. Keep offenses aside and stand for the truth. This is not the time to be playing blame game. This is not the time. Come together with one voice and speak against this loudly. Speak against it. State when already they sink, they go, don't they turn to ancient city. They can't go give a governor when no know front and back. They go accept that one for Lagos State. Will they accept it in any of their states? I beg you. People will not get respect for their own monarch. They won't come bring that disrespect. Come. Edo State. You don't have to like everything about the monarchs within Edo State. You don't have to like them, but you respect the stool. You speak the truth. Iyaloja is rejected in Benin and the whole of Edo State. We don't want. They should keep their Iyaloja in Yoruba state. They should be doing their Iyaloja there. They should not bring that rubbish to Edo State. It's simple. I'm very happy that the Oba spoke up and firmly too. Let's see how it plays out. This is very annoying. I'm not going to lie to you guys. Very, very annoying. Hey, welcome. Oh. It's too much. You keep taking, it's the docility. Now make these people, they do what they do now. This is it. Very soon they go say that they go there, say they won't go impose Iyaloja. The next thing they want to go to, if you not speak up, you not push against them. Before you know it, they happen. They'll say they get Yoruba. Now it creates the whole of Edo. Now Yoruba now so they go take over your history. Are they careful? Oh, this is why for me it's regional. Let everybody go their way. Let everybody be doing. Even within Edo State, we feel there our corner. Everybody go they do their thing. When we need to come together, we come together. We don't have to be under one umbrella. We don't have to. I beg. Respect is very important. Respect people's boundaries. The Oba of Benin has spoken. They do not recognize Iyaloja in Benin. Respect it. And anyone who participates in even that Josephine should borrow herself sense. What are you going to do there? You are not Benin. You are willingly going to accept a position in a city that you don't come from. Not be trouble you define. I beg. Anyway, let's move on. That's that said about the situation. We're going to play it by ear and see how it all plays out. Okay? Now I'm going to take some headlines and then I'm going to play some videos. It's pure madness, Michael. Pure madness. What you know you cannot take. Will an Edo person, will an Igbo person now go to Lagos and say, oh, I want to be the head. I want you to be the, I don't know the title they call traders in Igbo. I want to be the head of the market. Will they accept it? What they know they will not accept, they are bringing it to us. Hell no. It should be rejected utterly. We will reject them forcefully. Gra don too much. Now the docility now make them they do wetin they like. They do anyhow because una don too quiet for them. Your papa na president, you wan be pikin, you wan come to do gara over other people for their own ancestral land. Are you okay? Make that woman taking time, oh. Anyway, breaking. This was 3 hours ago. AB, welcome. Hey, good. Like, tell other people to like AB. Say like. Tell people. Say please like. Double tap the screen to like, share, so type on. If you type on, they know they forbid. Eh? Welcome. Good to see you. Say before I shout on top of your head. Okay, breaking. Terrorists abducted Ekwa pastor in Kwara despite collecting 5 million ransom. They collect 5 million ransom, they buy the pastor. Okay? Now, there was breaking news. This was 4 hours ago. Ojo Matthew, you're right, but if Yoruba know that you are 100% on your everything, they will choose Mama. What does that mean? Ojo, can you clarify that statement? I don't understand them. These are the same people saying that a 12-year-old video of an Igbo man in Ghana proposing to build an Igbo estate in Ghana made them say the Ghanaians will buy all Igbos and repatriate. Exactly. You know you won't take it in your land. You are coming to somebody's ancestral home to come and try the rubbish. Not be fight you bring come like that. Eh? Ojo, what are you saying? I don't understand. All this country just want to do the right thing. What do you mean? Can you clarify? I don't understand. Your grammar is too big for me. Please break it down. Welcome, by the way, Ojo. Have you liked? Ojo, double tap to like, oh. Okay, now breaking news. Outrage as Lagos NURTW chairman Sego declares war on over 20 million residents ahead of 2027 elections. Vows to deal with anyone who votes against APC. Okay, Mokona, listen. Wee! Wee!
ẹni tó bá ṣe ẹni mistake ní 2027 tó bá lọ sọ́gbà bẹ́ẹ̀ apc ẹ̀ka ṣe kí ni ẹ bá dìbò fún un àbẹ́ tó bá sọ fún òun nìgbọ́ àwọn náà ní ṣe kí ni
You hear? They don't put out straight too. They say they vow to deal with anyone when vote against APC. Hey, all right, let's listen to this. Omo. Hey, sorry guys, this was my own mistake. Yeah, sorry. Oh boy, what is going on? Mona no vessel. Maybe clumsy today. I don't know what's going on. Okay. All right. What you're saying is different. Okay. You say I'm right. Okay. Well, I don't know. I don't want to be right though. I want to be respected though.
àmọ́ wọn ní bí ẹni ọ̀rẹ́ yàn ní èèyàn tọ́tún láti bá mi sọ̀rọ̀ láti kàkún lọ́rọ̀ mi wọ́n ti bá mi sọ̀rọ̀ so ìṣẹ̀lẹ̀ ti lè ṣe lásán ní fún yín. Ẹgbẹ́ tiwa lẹ́kọ̀ọ́ APC another party is a counter-business whether you like or not àìkéyí kálá fọ́ ọ̀gbọ̀n. Nǹkan tó ṣẹlẹ̀ ní ọ̀dọ́ nìyẹn èyí tó ṣẹlẹ̀ ní ọ̀dọ́ nìyẹn tó ṣẹlẹ̀ ní ọ̀dọ́ yìí tí orí lẹ́mọ̀ ìjọ tí ò nǹkan tí ò tó yẹ tó bá kọ̀ ṣẹlẹ̀ anybody ẹ ti lọ bẹ́ẹ̀ bá mọ̀ kó ilé tó bá mọ̀ mú mi anybody ti lọ àti ìdánwò ìlànà bá kà ní kí ló ń pè owó ìsáìwà rẹ̀ ẹ lọ sọ fún owó ìsáìwà rẹ̀ àtàyè tó ń tọ̀ tó ní iye tó bá fún ẹ lórí oúnjẹ lọ́sẹ̀ẹ̀sẹ̀ kó máa sọ bí bàbá ìyá ẹ̀dá gbogbo ọmọ tó bá wà lábẹ́ ẹ̀yìn tí wọ́n fẹ́ ṣe àmàbá rí pé ó ń tàṣe àgẹ̀rẹ̀ kò látò ní pásítà tó bá yẹ kó tàṣe àgẹ̀rẹ̀ ìṣọ́bí ẹni yọ jìgà kò lè ẹ́fídẹ́ǹsì ẹ̀ lọ́wọ́ ìṣọ́dàlù kò sí bàbá lẹ̀ tó lè fẹ́ padà. bàbá pàṣẹ wọn lọ́rùn ẹ̀ àdúgbò ẹ̀ fẹ́ ṣakọ àtúnṣe bí àlẹ́ ìyá ẹ̀ pa ẹnu wà ẹ̀ sàkáàfù pátá. Báyọ̀ sí Lagos ṣe ìjókì lè báyọ̀ fọ APC jókì ní ọba òkú yàtọ̀ tó ṣe tó ìgbà tó ṣẹlẹ̀ ní 2020 àkọ́wò ìfihàn ẹ̀ ẹ̀ bá wọ́n 2027 ló bá yẹ kí ẹ̀jẹ̀ ọláyé rẹ̀ ṣọwọ́ ẹ̀ òní. ọba fẹ́ràn iṣẹ́ Dubai á lè wá sí ẹni tó bá ṣe ẹni mistake ní 2027 tó wà lọ sọ́ba bẹ́ẹ̀ APC ẹ̀ka ṣe kí ni ẹ bá dìbò fún un àbẹ tó bá sọ fún òun ní gbọ́ àwa náà ní ṣe kí ni àgbà. mo ìgbà tó yípo gbogbo tó ṣe lórí olóṣèlú lọ́dọ̀ nílẹ̀ lẹ́ẹ̀ka lọ ṣọ́ọ̀bù ẹ̀ pátá ẹ̀ tún wọn kò sí Monday ẹ̀ tún gbogbo ọkùnrin gbogbo tó ṣe lórí olóṣèlú yẹn ní ọ̀gbẹ́ níbẹ̀ lẹ́ẹ̀ka lọ ṣọ́ọ̀bù àti ṣọ́ọ̀bù gbogbo ẹ̀ pátá gbogbo tó ṣẹlẹ̀ yẹn gbogbo ẹ̀ wà lórí fóònù mi o ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ lásán gbogbo tó ṣẹlẹ̀ ní lásùkù yẹn tó ṣẹlẹ̀ lájọ́kúlẹ̀ yẹn gbogbo ilẹ̀ kọ̀ọ̀kan yẹn ẹ̀stómàk yẹn ìyẹn ní pé ọ̀tá ẹgbẹ́ tó ń fún ilé jẹ ní ọ̀tá ẹgbẹ́ tó ń fún ilé jẹ òdòdó. ọ̀dọ́ yìí nìkan ló ti ṣẹlẹ̀ o mo fún ọmọ fojú ara o ọ̀dọ́ yìí ló ti ṣẹlẹ̀ o gbogbo àwọn ará bíbá yìí yẹn lọ́dọ̀ yìí o kí wọ́n fi gbẹ́ni sọ̀rọ̀ tán ẹ ìfáìsì gbogbo pátá gbogbo ìfẹ́lódù àti gbogbo ọlọ́kadà lórí wẹ̀ ẹ bá dẹ̀ wà kí á fún wọ́n tètè máa ti sọ ọ̀dọ́ yìí ló ti ṣẹlẹ̀ o ọ̀dọ́ yìí ló ti ṣẹlẹ̀ àdúgbò yìí o ẹni kọ̀ọ̀kan ta ẹgbẹ́ ni ìwọ tó bá dẹ̀ ti yọ ta ẹgbẹ́ tó bá ti yọ ta aṣíwájú kálá ló bá ní kó dà fún ẹ ọlọ́sọ̀rọ̀ lójú ọ̀tá aṣíwájú ọ̀tá àwa yìí ọ̀tá APC ọ̀tá àwa yìí.
Una don hear am, abi? Courage, welcome. How can a Yoruba person leave his own town, state, go to another state to install head of make it make sense, Courage. Make it make sense. You leave your ancestral home. You travel all the way, cross boundary, enter another person's house. You want to come and impose a head of market in another person's house. Hey, God, it is the audacity for me. And all those women that were celebrating an Iyaloja, first of all, Iyaloja is not a Benin something. Do you understand? It's been made very clear. Those people ought to, because that's utter disrespect. You come to somebody's house, you want to impose a head of something on them. Are you okay? If 2027, if APC does not buy, make una forget Nigeria. Tinubu will chop it up and sell it bit by bit. Una see wetin dey happen for Cameroon? Cameroon people, they don't beat them down. Sote. This man when they campaign, see as they line people up, old able-bodied men, they share one drink and something. Whether na sawama they give them, I don't know, for plates. All of them line up, they collect. People when supposed gather, revolt, beat anybody beatable. Nigeria, it's not what I want to see happen in Nigeria, because the way Tinubu is going, the audacity of that daughter to come to Benin. May I not talk, may not be like say I dey hold my tongue. May I not go talk past myself, may it not be saying now I'll come dey explain. I know they like to explain myself again. But may Yoruba people go advise Tinubu daughter. Not be Edo, not be you can't do that rubbish. May keep am for their village. Make it go Osun, Iragbiji, make it go be Iyaloja. Wetin una know so una no go take, make una no impose am on other people. Okay? Now, Afam Osigwe, the NBA president, he say delays and corruption destroy public confidence in judiciary. Well, we already know that. Now, so people have been talking about this Kwara thing. Guess what? People have been getting threats. I was called in the morning too. I'm going to read. Okay, the post was the first post that they are responding to is this. The Mufti of Ilorin. This is a Mufti of Ilorin online. Someone just called to threaten me and asked that I stop making posts about Kwara's insecurity. It's a voice I'm familiar with, but I cannot remember who exactly. Okay? Then this is Mufti of Ilorin. Then another person now responded with a post and said, this is the message they sent to him. You don't want us to talk about no, let me read it. Let me read it from the top. Okay. I was called in the morning too, around 6:40 a.m. God threatened as well, but I cannot be silenced. We want a change, whatever it takes. This is the threat they sent to him. You don't want us to talk about the killings, or maybe that's what he sent to the person. You don't want us to talk about the killings in Kwara, then put an end to it, you cowards. Instead of tracking my phone and deleting my tweets, you cannot scare me. Both the state and federal government have failed its people. Track my phone as much as you want. Call me as many times as possible. Stop the violence in Kwara. Wow, that is fantastic. This is what we need in Nigeria. This is what we need. Anyway, now, I don't know if you guys have been following this story about this Reverend Father, who is the Benue governor. The man ordered car from the seller of the car. He ordered and finished to pay, come become problem. I think I played this video before. I don't know if this is new. I don't think it's not new. The person is just showing it for the first time. But let's move forward. Apparently, it looks like they roughed up the guy. The guy ended up in the hospital. I think I also brought that video here at some point. Now, Sahara reporters, terrorist killings. U.S. senators seek redesignation of Nigeria as a country of particular concern. Okay? U.S. senators, they are seeking redesignation of Nigeria as a country of particular concern. Now, the buying of Christians in Nigeria and burning of churches. Let's listen to video.
Most popular. All right, so this topic I'm about to address now is very, very sensitive. It's so sensitive that President Bola Ahmed Tinubu had to also speak about it in his 1st of October independence speech. And it has to do with the Christian genocide happening in Nigeria. So it started, why President Bola Ahmed Tinubu addressed it is because of Ryan Garcia, an American boxer that posted this on his Instagram story, where he said the whole Christian population in Nigeria is getting wiped out. Now, after Ryan Garcia talked about it, a lot of journalists in the US started talking about it as well. Now, as you can see here, this guy called...
Guys, please double tap to like.
It's shocking. We need to stand with our Nigerian brothers and sisters in Christ. As you can see, this page called Christ XSL. Christians in Nigeria continue to worship after church burned down by Fulani Muslims. This other page called Mass School Christianity. Bill Maher speaks out on the Christian genocide in Nigeria. Now, this other guy called I am Alisa Brazil says, breaking, a new report from Nigeria has cast a stark light on the relentless wave of anti-Christian violence sweeping across the country, revealing that more than 7,000 Christians were killed across Nigeria in the first 220 days of 2025 alone. An average of 32 per day, with 100 churches destroyed every month. The figures compiled by the International Society of Civil Liberty and Rule of Law, Society, suggests that the world's most populous African nation has witnessed nearly 19,000 churches attacked, looted, or shuttered since 2009. Now, it got a lot of engagement. 534k likes, as you can see, 24,000 comments, 48,000 reposts, and 274,000 shares. I even went through the comment section, and one of the comments, the owner of the page responded with and a GoFundMe account. So they created a GoFundMe account to assist with all of this. Assist Christians that have been attacked in Nigeria and also Christians that have been attacked all over the world. Now the question is this really going on? Because these American journalists are asking, European journalists are asking, is this happening in Nigeria? Well, yes, it is happening. It is happening, yes. A lot of Christians are being killed in Nigeria. It is no lie. It is no lie. And it has been happening for a long time now. A long time now. A long time now. But here is the problem. This whole thing, deep investigation shows that it is actually more of politics than religious war. This religious crisis and religious war that they put out there, that's what they hide it under. Do you understand? So, these people politically start up these things, right? But in order to make it look real, they have to make it look real by acting on it. So they cook up a war. Do you understand? They just cook up things, make these things up, and boom. But they are casualties. People are affected, and they are mostly Christians. So Christians are like the collateral damage. That being said, Muslims are also being affected. If they call it a Christian genocide, it is what it is. But the people controlling all of this know what they are doing. And I will tell you why I say it is politics. Do you understand? But sadly, the Christians are being affected more. It is no lie. They buy Christians. Because let's start with Jos. Plateau States have been suffering these attacks, getting victims, deaths, numbers for more than 15 years now, Plateau State. And this state is being occupied by 90% Christians and 10% Muslims. As a matter of fact, 2023, I saw this one with my eyes. This attack happened 22nd, 23rd, 24th, 25th, 26th on the Christians in Bokos that claimed lives. They burnt houses, they burnt people alive, they burnt people in their cars. Do you understand? I went there, I saw them, like the bones, everything. I picked one bone. I saw these things with my eyes. Not just that, recently, just this year, I went to Benue State. Benue State is another state. This whole thing has been happening for more than 15 years as well in Benue State. That's claimed thousands of lives in Benue State. The recent one, they burnt a lot of people inside their house. So yes, it's going on. I mean, let's even go to Kaduna. Kaduna State again, the same thing. Boom, 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 a lot of Christians. But guess what? The Muslims are also being affected. It's just that, them in the north, they don't really have the media. They don't do media. An average northerner don't even get phone. You get touch live phone where they sing big music. But Southerners, the Easterners, the Westerners, okay, yes, they don't open wide small. They are more educated because there's no education in the north. And this education that they don't have in the north, that is making me and you not to see what is happening in the north, is still the politics. Why other people are going to school, right? Why other states in Nigeria, other regions in Nigeria are going to school, They condition the minds of these youth in the north not to go to school. They would rather go to Islamic studies. It's not bad for them to study Islam, but you have to mix it up so that they can be able to communicate with other people and see things from different light. But they deliberately block their minds with religion so that they can easily manipulate them and control them to their own advantage. It's easy to start a war in Nigeria, I swear to God, very easy. It's simple, just do it like this. The Christians they've decided that Prophet Muhammad is not real. So it's now time for us to show them that Prophet Muhammad is real. I swear to God, the whole Nigeria will start up a war. Do you understand? So this whole thing, politics. Some people are up there. There are some elites in the north and in Nigeria that are controlling all of this. But sadly, the Christians are more of the collateral damage because of this politics. The Christians are meant to fear the Muslims in Nigeria. But in the real sense, the Christians and Muslims are not even fighting. This is sponsored by some people. And that is why it is easier to get votes during election, during politics in the north. It is easy because they are not educated enough to see that this particular person no one do well for us. He no fit do well for us. The people that are into politics in the north are the educated, the few ones that went to school. So those ones are the ones in control. Do you understand? So this whole Christian and Muslim genocide is happening. They are buying a lot of Christians. They are burning churches and all that. But it's just to make it look real. That something that is not real is real. They have to sell that. It's just to put fear. And at the same time, they have done it so well that there's a very strong unity in the north. They are united.
Of course.
By religion.
Welcome, Skilla.
You see, this matter is a whole lot. So, there's a story of some scholars, some Islamic scholars in the north, rich guys. So they decided that, if we don't give our people education, they are going to be backward for life. And we don't want that for our people. Let's start sending some of them abroad. Guess what they did to those scholars? I think there were about 6 of them. They buy them. How dare they want to educate these people? Do you understand? Now, let's go back to the genocide. In the north, they are also suffering. Zamfara, Katsina, Taraba, a lot of northern states are also suffering all of this. Do you understand? The same thing is politics. Politics, I swear, they give them guns. You see, now let's go back to Boko Haram. When Boko Haram came, they say Western education is a sin. But guess what? The people that empowered them using religion. I'm telling you, this thing is politics. It's from the top. These people they have a board where they sit down and just decide these things. See, Western education is a sin, and then they got big guns. But you're using a phone. You've got guns that was created by Western education. They hid under that. And they don't want Western education for their people. But they left their people. And then they were going into different Christian states. Then they tagged this religion and blah, blah, blah. This is politics, because how do they get guns in the bush? How do they get those Hiluxes that they drive, bulletproof Hiluxes, a lot of cars, bikes? How do they get those things in the bush? You see, it's politics. It's politics. But the sad part is that the Christians are being used as collateral damages in order to make the story that there's a religious crisis going on real. I don't dig Kaduna for Sharia.
We always never know what started the fight. They just say Muslims, they don't come or develop it too. Muslims don't come, fights don't start. Fight don't start. Muslim will go burn church, Christian will slaughter pig, put the pig blood inside the monks. Muslim will use the monks again. But every time they don't know how it started. And guess what? How will they end? They're very easy. They'll just send the GTF. For Kaduna, they'll send GTF. They'll just say curfew. Politics. And this is why I did against the likes of Nasir El-Rufai. Because El-Rufai is a typical religious fanatic. And he's a politician. But you see why I call this politics? That same guy, man, now, don't come. Don't want to come the liars with Obi when no one's criticized. As a Christian, I'm not talking about politics now. I'm telling you what is going on. So you know that it is politics. Like I said, in order to make it look real, that is the main thing. They have to just do these attacks. Then lastly, some of these people that they're giving these guns to, in order to make this story look real, they lost control of these guys. These guys have the guns. They have the bullets. They know where they get the bullet from. They know who brings them in. They have a deal with these people directly now. So it's hard for these politicians to control them entirely. But they're still controlling them some way, somehow, because they need raw cash. And that gave birth to kidnappings in Nigeria. Before you had the normal kidnappings. But now they take a whole bus into the bush.
Okay, thank you, Michael.
That's the birth of it all.
I'll pull it up.
Nigeria is surrounded.
Welcome, Onanuga.
Surrounded. A lot of things they go on. Say Fulani headsmen attack. Sometimes it is, sometimes it is not. It's just to sell the market. A lot of Fulanis are also crying that we don't know what is going on. It's not us. Yes. Some Fulani are also saying, it is not us. We don't know what's going on. Any small thing they call our names, it is not us. In order to make it look real, they already have a tag and they will stick to that. Politics. Nothing more. So Ryan Garcia, American journalists and everybody keep on talking about it. Because it is true. It is true. A lot of Christians are suffering. Churches have been burned. But again, I would like to also mention that Muslims are also suffering. And at the end of the day, politics. Still, I'm telling you, even President Bola Ahmed Tinubu said, unless if he cala away before she follow these guys, then play. I swear to God, bro. I'm not even capping. He knows. The president knows. He knows. Can't cap too much. Anyways, because they're all of us. Shout out to Ryan Garcia and all those people talking about it. Please don't stop. Continue. Continue. I don't know how it's going to end, but it needs to be spoken about.
Mohammed Munuruddin, welcome. A big. So, oh my God. Phew. El-Rufai is a relentlessly aggressive religious bigot, and I'm happy VDM, of course. El-Rufai, we can't forget really quickly what El-Rufai did with Southern Kaduna. Hey, God. We can't. Anyway, moving along. You know me, I have to stop and listen to Barrister Darlington.
Moses, are you aware that the tax that is coming, they said whether you are doing illegal or illegal
Oladele, welcome. Yeah, they are.
Did you hear that? Whether you are doing illegal or legal business.
Onanuga, who is the great lion of Nigeria?
Over to you. What are you doing? You are asking our children to enter into that business.
Yep.
Can you just imagine a government that want to move forward? The kind of thing that is coming from their mouth because you want to tax everybody.
Yep.
Nothing to hold on to.
The president spoke about taxes. He said it's not to further burden the people.
Even kidnappers go they pay tax. See? Everybody.
Everyone that is taxable pays tax. The
So
president
this
also
is how they
started
fund it, Abi.
well, he also started his speech by saying that he knows that naysayers will contradict some of the things that he put out there. And well, I don't know, Barrister, are you a naysayer?
In fact, I am a naysayer 10 times. I am a naysayer 10 times. Mr. David, Mr. We have been deceived so much by these people. Since the APC came into I told you they hijacked Nigeria.
Yep.
This is not our culture. Insecurity. What is that covenant the APC has with these terrorists that they don't want to tell us? They gave you names about terrorizing Nigeria up to today.
That's true, Mohammed. You are right about that. Now they are customers. They know how much that they give them.
They will look for somebody in the southeast. IPOP. Okay. IPOP, Indigenous People of Biafra. Is that a terrorist organization?
All right, let's move this conversation to Ambassador Roy.
Are you aware that the tax that is coming?
This so this is Quara blog. It says we live to see the DSS team and our troops on the offensive in Kwara in recent days, leading to the elimination of a terrorist cell. Na lie, all lies, brouhaha. Moving along. Well, after 1 week, 17 passengers. I didn't even know about this, so guys, I don't know if you guys knew about this. 17 passengers still missing on Calabar or on Waterway, despite Tinubu claiming he has won fight against insecurity. Let me pull up what you sent to me, Michael. 1 second, guys. Let me see here.
Here's the truth about permanent teeth in 24 hours. They're not shortcuts. They're carefully engineered solutions based on...
There are reports, one by Nigeria-based Human Rights NGO International Society for Civil Liberties and the Rule of Law Inter-Society, found that there's an average of more than 30 Christians in Nigeria being killed every single day. More than 7,000 Christians have been killed in Nigeria this year. Yet Nigeria has pushed back against reports such as those. Its Ministry of Foreign Affairs
Olusegun, welcome.
this year that there's plenty of misinformation and misleading reports regarding the supposed targeted killings of Christians. Can I get your response to that?
Yeah, the government's speaking nonsense and hoping the world doesn't pay attention.
Bam.
Nigeria today is an epicenter of Christian martyrdom. Since the year 2000, more than 60,000 Christians have been murdered by Islamist groups like Boko Haram, heavily armed Fulani militia.
Nah, they break for all of
2023 report I mentioned places Nigeria firmly in the red category, meaning it's persecution, it's not just discrimination. You know, what makes Nigeria unique is that Christians are not even a tiny minority. They make up almost half the population, 100 million people, yet they live as if they're second-class citizens, especially in the north. The Nigerian government's failed to take any meaningful action to prevent attacks, and the violence is relentless. In Benin State alone, one diocese recorded 93 villages attacked, 330 farmers killed in just a year. This past June, a couple months ago, another attack in Benin. A gunman raided a town, killed 100 people, forced 4,000 to leave. And it's not just killings, Gabriella. We're speaking of abductions, burned villages, destruction of churches, millions forced into camps where they lack even the basics. And every single day, Nigerian Christians wake up to the fresh news of kidnappings or attacks. It's not sporadic, it's systematic, it's targeted, it's gone on for decades with little accountability.
Absolutely horrific. Can you talk to us about how the aid to the Church in Need supports the suffering, oppressed and persecuted Christians?
Yeah, sure. Look, for 80 years, the work of ACN has been to keep the faith alive, as we say, in those places where it's under greatest assault through persecution, oppression, poverty. We're not a humanitarian or a development agency. We're what's called a pastoral agency. Our work is to sustain the faith directly. So we build, or in the case of Africa, rebuild churches often, sustain poor nuns, priests, provide them with means of transport. In all, we undertake about 6,000 projects a year, completely funded by, in our case, Catholics around the world, no funding from church or state. But the work we do for the suffering churches, we call it, inspires and brings back life to us. I think our founder used to say they're being tested in faith and we're being tested in love. And the
Please double
resilience of
tap
the
the screen
Nigerian
to
church
like
to keep on
or
that,
click on the three
it's
dots to
incredible.
like.
You know, the daily threats, the priests and sisters traveling to remote villages, risking their
That is the
lives.
question everybody's asking,
We
Oladele.
have had to do things so
Peep,
spiritually
not a
tragic.
peep from
We've
them.
built high fences around seminaries. We provide enclosed vehicles. We fund trauma healing. So this persecution, from what we see, it deepens faith in the church in Nigeria. Is young and vibrant. Attendance is high, and the blood of the martyrs remains the seed of Christians, the same in Nigeria as it has been right throughout the history.
Bernard, before I let you go, I just want to ask you about what's happening in the US. We're seeing more attacks, certainly targeting churches in the United States. Those attacks have increased significantly in recent years, according to a report. And of course, that horrific shooting at a Minnesota Catholic school is just one of the latest examples. What do you put this rise in attacks on churches down to in the US?
For me, it's an easy question. I really put it down to a loss of faith. It's not just the USA. There have been more than 100 arson attacks on churches in France in the last 5 years. 50 years ago, the entire Western world threw off what they deemed to be the shackles of the collective Christian faith. And so now, over 2 generations later, we've moved from a society of at least a cultural faith to a hatred towards faith, Christian faith anyway. But the thing is, the Christian faith, it isn't just Sunday school and grace before meals. It's a whole world overview. Now, instead of worshiping the Creator, we worship the climate. We build massive places of worship called shopping centres. We eat, we drink, we marry. And in that same movement of secularization, we've moved towards an intolerance, because I think deep down, people know that some of their moral, ethical, and life choices are not so good. We shoot the messenger, and there's no shortage of examples. 2,000 years ago, King Herod put the head of John the Baptist on a plate because he told him he shouldn't commit adultery. 3 weeks ago, someone shot Charlie Kirk in the head because the person didn't want to be told that a person's sex is an ape. None of us like being confronted about our sins and failings. Christians don't like it either. I don't. But Christianity provides a framework and a system to better oneself. Radical secularization preaches intolerance. So, the news will continue to see violence against Christians and Christian churches.
Bernard Tunji, National Director of Aid in the Church in Need, Australia and New Zealand. Thank you so much for your time. We really appreciate it.
Thanks, Gabriella.
There we go. All right. So Atiku has said that he never said he will step down for anyone. No. I hope you guys are aware. For all those people that have been running with the narrative. Now, Nafal, I don't know if you guys know him on Twitter. He's also been tweeting about it. It says 850 Christians still held in jihadist camps in Nigeria. At least 850 Christians remain captive in jihadist camps across Nigeria. Many tortured or unalived if ransom aren't paid, according to international NGOs. Recent cases include kidnapped nuns, unalived priests, and ransom deals to free clergy in Enugu and Kogi. Reports also point to systematic abductions of Christian children sent to Islamic orphanages in the north for forced religious conversion. Since 2009, over 19,000 churches have been attacked or shut down, averaging more than 3 a day. The source is El Mundo. All right, let's listen. So, by the way, this AES said they were going to name drop those that are sponsoring evil, terrorism in the Northwest. Let's listen to this, guys.
I'm going to read this out. Guys, after I saw this news about what the leaders of the Sahel state said, I knew something was off. I knew that for some reason the media is hiding something.
Yep.
I guess this man mentioned a few names, but the media tried as much as possible to hide it.
Yeah.
So I had to quickly, I wasn't so comfortable with that. So I had to quickly go to Grok to go and listen to the statements from the leaders of the Sahel states themselves. Now, behold, this was what I found. And I'm going to read this out. Joint address from Sahel Alliance calls out Nigerian betrayal in the fight against terrorism. Now, this is from Colonel Asimi Gota. Brothers and sisters of the Sahel, friends across Africa and the world watching this betrayal unfold. Believe me, tonight we don't come with empty words of diplomatic niceties. We come with evidence, with names, with the blood of our people on our hands, and the ghosts of villagers born to ashes. For too long, Mali, Niger, and Burkina Faso have stood shoulder to shoulder against the jihadist Hydra, Boko Haram, ISWA, the shadows that slitted across our borders. We've lost sons and daughters in the thousands, our economics gutted, our children orphaned, and yet, as we bleed, we have uncovered the poison at the heart of it all. Nigerian politicians,
Bam.
those suited wolves in Abuja,
Mm.
feeding the very monsters we fight. Let me paint it for you plainly, like a story around the fire. Imagine a man in a grand office sipping tea from a cup bought with our suffering coin. He wires funds, not to schools or clinics, but to arms dealers in the desert. He turns a blind eye to convoys crossing the border, loaded with AKs and RPG stamps made in Nigeria.
Oh my
Why?
God.
Power. Vote from the fearful. Land grabs in the north. We've got the bank records, the satellite tracks, the confessions from captured couriers who sang like birds under our... These aren't whispers, these are ledgers. Now, this is from General Tiani, Niger. Asemi speaks truth, and I'll add the grit of it. In Niger, we have buried 2,000 soldiers since the
Oh
coup that
my
freed us
God.
from foreign puppeteers. Our intelligence shared with no one but our AES brothers has mapped it out. A senator from Kano, pockets lined with oil money, funnels cash through Hawala networks to ISWAP cells, hitting our uranium mine.
Wow.
The governor in Burundi is the architect of peace deals that arm the very bandits within our market. And don't get me started on the retired generals turned consultants. They train these dogs in camps just south of the Chad.
God.
They pocket ECOWAS grants for counter-terrorism. We laughed bitterly when Nigeria's chief of defense staff, General Musa, posted last month about unmasking sponsors. Unmasking. He's looking in the mirror. Our agencies, Burkina Faso's, Mali's, ours have compiled a dossier thicker than the Bible. Names: Atiku Abubakar Shadow's donors.
Wow.
Tinubu's northern allies implicated. Even the APC chieftains who cheered our sanctions while their jets dropped millet over the border. We've held back out of African brotherhood, but no more. By week's end, we will release it all. Redacted for the innocent, unsparing for the guilty, Interpose on speed dial. Now, this is from Ibrahim Traore. Listen close. Nigeria, our big brother turned Judah.
Oh my
You
God.
lecture us on democracy while your elite the AK-47s killing our farmers.
Oh
In
my
Burkina,
God.
we have got mass graves with bullets from Lagos factories.
Oh
We
my
have
God.
intercepted calls. Send the boys north. The elections is coming. This isn't geopolitics. It's treason against Africa. The Sahel rises united. We invite honest Nigerians, soldiers, journalists, youths to join us.
Oh,
Testify.
good.
But to the sponsors, your villas in Abuja won't shield you. Your private jets to London, grounded. The people know now. To ECOWAS, to the AU, wake up. This cancer spreads from Nigerian elites to our sons. We have endured your sanctions, your isolation. Now we expose. Mali, Niger, Burkina, we fight for a Sahel free of terror, not followed by it. And Nigeria, heal thyself or step aside. The desert forgives no one. Omoye, arrest statement they tell you now. So my problem is, they mentioned all these names, and yet our media's found a way to shield it. Now they see what's in the tell now. See, this country is controlled by some people. Well, I rest my case. This was on Raw.
Wow. Hey, una dey hear wetin I dey hear? Hey. Una no go talk so una no. So truly AES exposes sponsors of terror. Borno governor, Kano, senators, other politicians within the presidential villa. Kwara indigenes, look at, they are protesting.
ìbànújẹ́ làwọn ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ olúwa ó jẹ́ orísun àwọn bàbá wa tí wọ́n tẹ̀ fún wa tí wọ́n àtúnṣe gbogbo ẹ̀ ló ti tú ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ àwọn èèyàn wọn láti sákúrò lé ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ ọmọ èkó ni òye fọ́ júwe lè rí bàbá ẹ̀ mọ́ nípa pé àwọn ajínigbé wọn sọ gbogbo olúwa di aṣálẹ̀ wọ́n ti sọ gbogbo olúwa di òfìfo so à ń fi àsìkò yìí rọ ọba Bọ́lá Ahmed Tinubu pé kán jọ kí wọ́n ràn wá lọ́wọ́ nílùú Kwara State gbogbo Kwara wa ti da owó tán o olúwa bá pẹ̀lú wọn Nàìjíríà ò ní bàjẹ́ o Kwara South àti Kwara North àmbẹ̀lọ́ndà àtàkì ńláńlá pàápàá jùlọ ìfẹ́lógún local government ìrẹ́pọ̀ local government ìsìn local government àti bẹ́ẹ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ lọ under panic attack làwà bí ọba àwọn akọ́ ràn wá lọ́wọ́ lórí ẹ̀ olúwa kó gbàdúrà wa o.
They kill home and abroad.
He does, gives 100 million, not a single one. But there are good deeds that he does, gives 100 million to these, to the streets.
He never give 100 million for Adam. I know he gives 5 million. He has ever given beyond 50.
We fact-checked that claim by Daniel Walla, and the facts tell a different story. In 2021, Peter Obi donated 100 million naira to Shanahan School of Nursing in Nsukka. In Kaduna, he gave 90 million naira to 4 schools. In 2024, he gave 70 million naira to 3 institutions in one day, including Sanahan University in Onitsha. He pledged 120 million naira to the Holy Rosemary Sisters for health and education. According to Statisense, he's donated 576 million naira to charity between January and July 2024 alone. So the claim that Peter Obi hasn't donated over 50 million naira is false. Not only has he done it repeatedly, but even single donations have exceeded that amount. Be always sure to verify before you share. Follow Fatmata NG for more updates.
See, oh, Nigeria. Shetima is the ultimate terrorist sponsor and is the currently legitimate president. Oh, Nigerians, are we ready to take this country? Everything is coming apart. Your elites are buying to line their bank accounts in Nigeria, outside and within. They have become enemies of their people. Meanwhile, una know say they don rename the National Theatre, National Theatre Arts Theatre. They don rename am to Wole Soyinka name. Moving along. God. President Peter Obi, if I may say so, in barely 1 year, this administration has driven over 15 million Nigerians into extreme poverty. I'm sure you guys remember that. Now, look at it. The amalgamation, where they do amalgamation 1914, Calabar Cross River, now the place be this. See the dilapidation. Is that not an irony? Look at the dilapidation of where it all started and look at the state of Nigeria today. You see the irony? See how dilapidated it is. To show you say the foundation not good. See, now be this. Look at.
Can see the amalgamation house.
How?
1914. This house is the personal house of Lord Lugard.
Kai!
Can see Lord Lugard and the wife. Got a brief history of Lord Lugard. So this money was this one. Okay, you can see this money was found in Lord Lugard's office. This is what? These are the microphones.
May they not throw away and they'll find something for inside though. My people.
Can see Lord Lugard's house. Look at the boys' quarters. Where his staffs lived. Did you do that?
Listen to this woman. With everything that's happening in Kwara State, let me read what this woman wrote. Her name is Anike Olojuede. She said, conservatives, but you don't know the Kwara killings is part of the plan to disturb Tinubu's administration. Mona de year, and also to turn him against us Yorubas using a weak governor. You don't know Kwara is the best place to hurt his presidency because they know we are Yoruba, as against placing us in the North Central region. My trust in Asiwaju capability to handle this accordingly is strong, and he will. Asiwaju is strong. We just have to trust him in this. I understand the emotions are high, and don't let their spell work on you. May the soul of all the departed rest in peace. If they will have any chance in 2027, they have to divide the Yoruba vote. Use your head, conservative by mouth. You need to go and read the comment section. You need to go and read the comment section. I actually responded to her, by the way. I responded to her. People they buy. These people are still thinking. They are still thinking politics. They are telling them. I was listening to a space. It's a Yoruba space on Twitter. Very shortly. In that space, oh my God, you need to listen to the propaganda. These people came on and they were talking about how they should not, they should make sure they keep the Igbos out. You know, even all those, all the South people and Southeast, they should keep them out of their conversations. How, you know, they have to stand with Tinubu till the very end. That really the Fulani is not their problem, is not an enemy. That all these things that are happening is just the bad ones amongst them. That they cannot, that they should not separate themselves from the Fulani. They should in fact find a way to continue to work with them because they are very strategic in their in whatever they do, and they are very successful in what they do. That, you know, the Fulani is their only problem is that they always like to conquer, and they have patience. You know, that Yoruba people need to learn the same way that the Fulanis are doing. You know, that they should learn it. They should have. One of them said that Yorubas don't have that they never have a secret plan, but the Fulanis have, the Igbos want to come and take over. The Fulanis, they are very patient, but their own is different. They are different. They help Yoruba people. That they should be patient with Fulani people. They should continue to work with the Fulani people. That, you know, those people that are quiet is just unfortunate, but that they should continue to, and they should not make it obvious that they are fighting with the Fulani people. They should not make it obvious that they have any sort of animosity towards them. Matter of fact, they should tone down on talking about it. My people, I dey listen to my ear won't fall comot for my body. This is what these people are talking about as their people are buying. Ernest, welcome. Oh. Fulani no be their problem. Oh. That space, according to that space, they say no, they should continue to work with Fulani because Fulani, they now talk about Afonja. That Afonja, the reason why Afonja went to look for a Fulani to come and help is because, you know, they're very good with fighting and stuff like that. And because Afonja was greedy and wanted to take care of the place of the Oba at the time, unfortunately, it didn't work out for him and everything. That no, that they should continue to work with Fulani people. You know, that it's better for them to have Fulani people on their side. Hey! I said that they massage Fulani ego on top of the fact say that they buy Yoruba people. I've never seen anything like that. I have never seen anything like that. I was like, oh my God, let's just wrap this baby up. Everybody go to your tents, oh Israel. Everybody share, enter their papa houses. We will have to divide this country. I'm so sorry. There are people, in spite of the harm, the grave harm they've brought on their own people, they are still massaging these dangerous people. In fact that half of Kwara State is Fulani. Half of Kwara State, if not almost all, is Fulani. Oh, okay. Oh God damn. Sorry, Ayafa, welcome. I was trying to say hi. When this thing drops, so sorry. Right? All those Yoruba people are saying total nonsense too. Are you not sure that some of these people are Fulani moles masquerading? Yes, they are. Some of them are. There's one that's half Fulani, half Yoruba. Do you understand? He's half Fulani. Sorry about that, guys. I really apologize for the I don't know what's going on here. Right? He's half Yoruba, half Fulani. The one that was talking about let's continue to massage their ego and everything. They are Fulani moles and they are Yoruba. So what they said also was that the one of them responded and said that the reason why the Fulanis are very successful in what they do is because they believe in loyalty. For instance, during Buhari's time, Atiku, you never saw Atiku come out every day. They respect their, the person that has the most voice or the person who's their leader and everything. So it trickles down so that the Yorubas don't have that. One of them now said, yeah, because Yorubas are very divided amongst themselves, right? That's the problem, They talk about the Awolowo thing and whatever, and then they now said that that the Yorubas have to learn to be like the Fulanis, that if before Yorubas had the opportunity, they can take over. This space is recorded. It's this. They even said nobody should speak outside. They shouldn't speak English, and they should keep the conversations within, and not share it, and not so that people will, that they don't want the South and the Southeast to hear what they are saying. You understand? So they should try to talk in codes and stuff like that. I'm telling you, man, this is what I heard with my ears. My ears are everywhere. Oh, that means they are using the Fulani as weapon. Exactly. Alpha, bam, your head did here. Oh my God, that's exactly what it is. That is exactly. What do you mean 5%? Go to the whole of Kwara State. They even said it on that space. More than half of them are Fulanis. What are you talking about, AB? What do you mean maybe 5%? In Kwara, I'm talking about Kwara. I'm not talking about the whole of Yoruba land. Even Oyo, a lot of people they have a Muslim. Some of them have Fulani parents. But in Kwara State, now this life, now the space I take here now. Not be me talk am. I didn't make it up. They said more than half of them have Fulani parents. What are you talking about? I beg, it be shift too. Don't let us fight this evening. Okay, moving along. Una listen. Why is the media ignoring the crimes of Christians in Nigeria?
Was going on. When I was the ambassador, we had Nigeria on the special watch list, and then we made them a country of particular concern because this was going on. And it's continued to take place, only it's growing. You've got more terrorist groups in the area. You've got more weaponry coming in. You've got more Christians being killed, and it's spreading throughout the region. You could have a caliphate, an Islamic radical caliphate, throughout the middle of Africa that would have 500 million people if you don't get on top of this. And yet, like you say, nobody even knows it's going on. When I was the ambassador, we had Nigeria on the special list, and then we made them a...
Nigeria ranks 11th of 12 countries with worse healthcare globally. Congratulations, Nigeria. Congratulations. Now well done. Tinubu's NSA Ribadu, Governor Abdulrazak, accused of deploying migrant Fulani herders, Mona Lisino, with AK-47s to Kwara South to tackle insecurity. Residents kick back. Do you understand? They are Yoruba people, they there. You understand? The indigenous of Kwara State, they there. They ignored them. They went to meet the migrants, the Fulani migrants, and armed them with AK-47s. What do you think that they're trying to do? Alpha, that is it. We have to unite. But We have very shallow-minded people that would rather. Do you know people? There are Yoruba people who have said they would rather pie. They would rather the Fulani pie them, than for Peter Obi to be president. I kid you not. I can pull up the tweets and show you. I can pull up the tweets and show you. Hmm. I'm just trying to make sure I go through all the videos that I have for you people. Like I call them an evening today. See, they lied. They said they had spied this notorious kidnapper, right? People in the comment section started saying, this is the same person that they spied 2 years ago. Why are you recycling his picture? If you really spy the people that are doing it, show us videos. Don't just come and be giving us gaslighting. People were dragging them. See, inside the comment section. Omo, if una like more na wake up in Nigeria, owa hard. Owa hard yo. This is a Cardinal Onayekan. I'm not even going to bother playing that. That's it. Let me just make sure. Look at it. People that were saying, look at this Abajida. He kept saying Islam is a. When they now said, they're talking about they're killing, they're buying Christians. They now all came out, jumped out. Islam is truly a religion of peace. Islam, and people. This guy Abajida, they now reminded him of all the things he said when Deborah cried. See, he said Deborah is in hellfire. See, they post and they remind her. People, they screenshot things for Twitter so that they will not forget. They said Twitter, you have to screenshot. Oh, my people, something is cooking between Amuneke, Governor Amuneke, and Idris Abdul Karim. I can't wait. I cannot wait. Okay. Hey, God, you know in North Africa, they have a sundown town called Tanegerian. Oh, let's move on. Nigeria problem. make I focus on.
Our prayer. APC will not survive.
Hold on 1 second.
Our prayer is that APC will not survive. Even me will not survive 2026. That is my prayer. This is how not to govern a country.
In Edo State, right?
Across the country. Across the country. This is how not to govern a country. This is how not to govern a country. A situation where you have tax left, right, center. There is no investor who will come to a state or a country where taxes is the order of the day.
Now,
you can go.
This is all of you having a conversation. It's not question and answer. But do you think if the PDP did well, Nigerians would have clamored for change at the time?
Mr. Moses,
sir,
I must be frank with you. The worst civilian is better than the best of all military rule.
A lot of people
I'm coming, sir. The worst PDP is better than this APC. You can cast your mind back.
You are right.
You are trained of history.
Barrister agrees.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. In fact, I've been praying.
I disagree.
I've been praying that they should take us back to where they met us.
A day to celebrate the struggle.
Oh, yeah, I was going to play this. I'm glad I found it. My president give Independence Day address. Abemo will listen.
For gratitude to Almighty God for his blessings on our nation.
He said,
on October 1, 1960, Nigeria gained independence to a global acclaim as an emerging African economic and political power. Such was the potential that the Time magazine predicted the rise of a true African superpower that will lead the continent with pride. Our founding fathers fought for independence with confidence, passion, and determination to build a prosperous Nigeria that will stand alongside the world's most advanced nations. Unfortunately, the tragic failure of leadership derailed this vision.
Yet, despite the setbacks, Nigeria has always shown resilience. In 1999, we overcame military dictatorship and restored democracy, beginning a renewed journey towards prosperity, freedom, and justice. That journey helped us to build Africa's largest economy and strengthened our democratic journey. But over the last decade, under APC incompetent, divisive, and corrupt leadership, Nigeria has been greatly diminished. In 2007, our total debt was about 2.5 trillion. Only about 10% of our GDP, after President Obasanjo's government has successfully secured $1 billion. By 2014, Nigeria had become Africa's largest economy and was primed to achieve middle income status. In 2015, for the first time, a ruling party was defeated in a presidential election, marking another milestone for our democratic journey. Today, the picture is bleak. Our total debt stands at about 170 trillion, nearly 50% of our GDP, without any improvement in our productive sector. Nigeria has now fallen to the fourth largest economy in Africa, behind South Africa, Egypt, and Algeria. Our democracy is now described as undemocratic. In just 1 year of this administration, 15 million Nigerians were pushed into acute poverty. Today, more than 150 million Nigerians lack access to basic health, education, water, and sanitation. The number is growing daily under the APC government and pursues brutal revenue-driven policies while ignoring the people's welfare. Nigeria now ranks among the lowest in the world in human development indicators. This government taxes struggling citizens and small businesses heavily while indulging in extravagance. Billions are spent on new presidential jets, yachts, and luxury cars, the cost of which is more than the 2024 budget for primary health care. The vice president's residence was elected at a cost of 25 billion, more than the capital budget of our entire university research program and 6 university hospitals combined. Over 10 billion was budgeted for National Assembly, car park, and canteen, more than the capital budget of Ministry of Science and Technology. At the time, science is crucial for national growth. Meanwhile, Nigerians pay more for everything now and receive less. Passports, permits, electricity, petrol, food, rent, healthcare, all cost more. Yet,
I'm telling you, you see how they boil for this speech. Oh my God.
World Food Program project that has 3 million Nigerians.
They don't cry tire.
In 2025. This government borrows recklessly, not for investment in productive infrastructure, but for wasteful consumption. Insecurity has further crippled our economy. Nigerians now live in fear of traveling by road. Kidnapping has become rampant, with billions paid as ransom. Incompetence in security management has turned our country into one of the most terrorized and unsafe nations in the world. Cronyism, corruption, and disregard for rule of law have scared away investors, while other African countries have overtaken us as preferred investment destinations. Despite this mismanagement, Nigeria's potential for greatness remains.
Don't Cletus, welcome.
Prosperous and secure nation. What we need now is competent, compassionate, and committed leadership. Our primary priority must be prudent economic management, investment in human capital, rule of law, and infrastructure development. We must mobilize our enormous natural resources to drastically reduce poverty and achieve rapid, sustained growth. We should learn from nations like China, India, Indonesia, and Bangladesh, which have turned around their economies through disciplined leadership and people-oriented policies. Nigeria too can rebound, but only if we exit the path of incompetence and physical irresponsibility. The current failures must not lead us to despair. They should instead fuel our determination to rebuild. Nigeria has the resources, talent, resilience to become an industrialized nation in record time. With the right leadership, we can defeat terrorism and restore security and guarantee Nigerians safe communities where enterprise and social life can thrive. We must not end a system where leaders feast while the people starve. That must end. They cannot continue to promise us that we should all fast when they are feasting, which is what is happening today. Nigerians, where politics enriches the few, while many are in hunger and starvation, must end. The old politics must end, and a new politics of prosperity for all must begin. Against all odds, we must return Nigeria to a path of prosperity and justice. We will not relent. We will not be discouraged. The mission is clear. Nigeria will rise again. I call on political leaders to reflect on the crisis confronting our nation and recognize this as a moment to transcend personal interest. We must reject corruption, bigotry, and division. We must embrace a new Nigeria where leadership is defined by competence, compassion, character, commitment. Despite today's challenges, the future remains bright. Happy Independence Day to all Nigerians. A new Nigeria is possible.
That's my president. I think I will end it on a sweet note with the voice of my president. I beg. I don't want anything where go rough up with I just here now. Giving hope as usual. My question to all Nigerians is, are you people ready 2027? If you ask me, I say make una not wait 2027. Make una uproot these people. But I'm one person. Wetin I sabi. As we wait for the AES to submit to release the formal gbasgbos, we dey here, we dey observe. Tinubu pikin, Iyaloja Tinubu, stay away from Edo State. Stay away from Benin. Okay? Edo people, if una like, make una fold hand, dey look like mumu. May they come impose a leader of market on top of una. Yeah. The way una take dey experience D7, na so we go dey sit down dey look. Unfortunately, most Nigerians don't like it when you break down the relationships with politics, economics, vis-a-vis the stress they're going through. They rather you stop talking and give them a handout. I'm telling you, they don't want to know. They don't care. My people, thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you all. We continue to move forward. We not get choice. Loza daughter, you just dey come. Okay, welcome. Una replay gang, you go dey. Was the only politician to respond to Baba failure. I'm telling you. Thank you very much, guys. I appreciate you all. I'll see you guys on my next one. Have a wonderful rest of the evening. Bye. Yeah.